If you change your outlook, you change your view. You know, Wayne Dyer once said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at changes. And we've all been in situations where we've looked at a person or the way that something is not working out the way that we want it to or expected it to. And we look at the situation and we're so discouraged and just almost a depression. And we can't even see how it can possibly even get better or improve. And we can't see a reason why things are going the way that they are. But if we take time out to change the way we're looking at a situation and really reflect on it and think more positively about it, then we change the way we see the situation. We change the way we interpret the meaning of what is happening around us. And one of the ways that we can accomplish that is by reframing. If we reframe the meaning of that situation, then we can often change what that situation actually means. For instance, you have a friend who is really struggling financially and they're really going through it, and they have confided in you about just how tough things are and how hard it is just to exist, just to do things that other people can do quite easily, and they're just having a difficult time financially. And you think about, trying to find ways to lift their spirits. So you invite them out to dinner. And they agree to go, and you all just have a wonderful time. You're fellowshipping and laughing and talking, and just a wonderful, wonderful evening. And at the end of the evening, when the check comes, you're expecting your friend to go Dutch. But your friend didn't bring any money or card, and when they express that to you, you feel some kind of way about it. You feel used, and how dare they make that assumption, without even running it by you or asking you, and you just start to feel like the evening wasn't as great as you thought it was. And you start thinking that they had no intention of paying in the first place, and they always intended to stick you with the bill. But if you take some time out to actually think about the situation and do another thing that's helpful, and that is reflecting on the situation, taking time out, taking a beat, trying to slow down the racing of your mind and those thoughts and calm your spirit down, and you take time to reflect on the evening and the situation and what it actually was. And you find yourself realizing that perhaps you misunderstood, and perhaps the way that you invited them wasn't as clear as you thought it was. And then take time to change the way that you behave, the way that you respond after you pay that check. Think of it as not being used, but being a blessing to someone that you know needs it. Think of it as planting a seed, and just know that you'll be blessed from doing it. And then take time out to step into their shoes and think of it from their perspective. If you were in a similar situation and you had vented that things were really going hard for you, it was really a hardship situation, and you were invited out, you may make that same assumption because you know the person loves you and you know the person knows your situation. And for them to invite you out, it would be reasonable not to think that they expected you to pay. And just think about how that feels. Think about how not having, when you're in the presence of those that have, feels. It's demeaning at times. At times it can feel depressing. It can make you not want to socialize at all. But take time out to look at the situation differently. And then you can respond emotionally to that change. And be aware of being around people that you tell that story to and how they respond. Because all that it takes is somebody that says, no, you weren't wrong to feel the way you felt. They should have brought money, or they should have told you that they didn't have any to bring. They should have made it clear. No, you're right in being upset. Be mindful of the people that you share that with, because it's like an emotional contagion. And their negative thinking, their negative words, their negative way that they've expressed that to you can oftentimes make you negative, and it can drag you right back into looking at that situation the way that you originally saw it. Be grateful for the things that you have. Be grateful for the storms that you go through, because they're not for naught. When we go through things, those things are meant to make us better. They're meant to set us up for something greater. I've heard the term setbacks are set up for a comeback. So change the way you look at things, and you'll change the way things look. Think about it.